Hello violinists, welcome to Pro Strings. I'm Henriette and this lesson is all about the D minor scale from the great to ABRSM scale book. In this lesson we will learn to play the scale from scratch, and by the end of this lesson I'm hoping and I'm confident that you will be able to play this scale as you would play it in an exam. And then towards the end of the lesson, as we do with all of these videos in this series, we'll mix and match the D minor scale with the scales and arpeggios that we've learned previously in this series. So you'll have a little test at the end, if you like, to see if you can go from one scale or arpeggio into another one in quick succession. So let's go ahead and get started. And today I've got some good news for you, because actually for once this is a little bit easier a lesson, so you can relax into it and really enjoy it. The D minor scale is namely exactly the same as the G minor scale, except you started a string up. So if you've covered the lesson about the G minor scale and arpeggio, you're going to find the D minor scale and arpeggio a little bit easier, because it is in essence the same. So let's find it in your scale book. First of all, in my scale book it's printed on page 6, and we're picking the D minor harmonic scale, so the bottom one on that page. So take a look at the key signature of this scale and you'll find that it has one flat. So it's just got the B flat, and the E flat that we had in the G minor scale previously has now disappeared. So we've only got to deal with the B flat, but there's also a C sharp. So let's pick the last 3 notes of the first bar. The A, the B flat, the C sharp, and then the next note, the D, in the second bar as well. So we're practicing just this little bit. A, B flat, C sharp, and we're covering this section first because I think this is maybe the most tricky bit in this scale, you see. Let's do that again. A, B flat, C sharp. Now this note, the D, should match with the open D string, so let's check that as well, shall we? Okay, one more time. A, and check. Let's play this scale with the accompaniment now, and we're going to play every note twice as we usually do. So when you're ready, 1, 2. Lovely job, really well done. Let's do that again straight away, but before we start playing it, let's just think if there are any sections in this scale where you can already improve. It may be that you've done it faultlessly, in which case is absolutely brilliant. It may be that you thought maybe 1 or 2 notes didn't quite fit in as I anticipated. So can you identify which notes they were if that was you? And then go a step further, as we've done in the past. Think whether that note may have been too flat or too sharp. Of course, we all remember that in this scale, at the start, you've got D, E. So here, the first finger is a normal one on the D string, whereas the first finger on the A string is a pulled back first finger, isn't it? Let's play with the accompaniment again, shall we?
1, 2.
You may have improved big time just now, haven't you? Well done if you did. Very good. I'm hoping that by now you know this scale off by heart. After all, it's just playing the notes in succession, isn't it? So let's now take away the repeated notes and let's play it as it's printed in your music. So bear in mind that we're playing with a long tonic, so both Ds, both the bottom D and the top D, are twice as long now. Let's just think about the bowing for a moment now. And I want you to double check that you're playing the crotchets or the quarter notes with the whole bow and all the quavers or eighth notes alternating at the upper half of the bow and at the lower half of the bow. Here we go. So we're playing the first D with the long bow. Now stick to the upper half of the bow for your quavers or eighth notes. Use a whole bow here and play at the lower half now. And a long bow. Let's do that again, shall we? Whole bow. Upper half. Whole bow. Lower half. Long bow. Ah, that comes out really, really nicely. And when you structure your bow precisely like this, you get an improvement in your tone quality. So that's what we're after. Now, next up, we're going to play this scale slurred, and rather than upper half, lower half, we're going to play everything with whole bows. So all the quavers or eighth notes are slurred 2 and 2 together. 1, 2. Lovely job. Now there's one moment when you play slurred where you've got the third finger and the A on 2 different strings slurred, and you want to make that string crossing as smooth as you can. So let's find out where that is first of all. Start again from the beginning and here it comes, 3 and A, and those 2 notes are slurred. Then you go. Here it comes again. A. So this. Be careful that you don't jerk your bow here. You see, then I get an accent. I don't want that. Let's do that again, shall we? You really look after your string crossings, you have upped your game again and you play this at a higher level. So really, really well done. Now we just want to add a little bit more expression now to your music, and we want to play a crescendo to the top. So we're going to go
just a notch faster, not much, because this is about the right speed already, but playing it as if you really perform it. Here we go, 3, 4. That's it. And when we really make an effort to say something with this scale, you're going to score higher marks, because you want to be expressive, you want to convey feeling. Although it is a scale, you still want to treat the scale as if it is a piece of music that you want to perform at your most beautiful. So now let's do a little test and let's see if you can still play a G minor scale, separate bows. Here we go, 1, 2. And how about an F major arpeggio? Can you remember that? Think back to when we played it a couple of days ago. F major arpeggio, F-A-C-F are your letter names. And what about a C major arpeggio? Can you remember that? The letter names are C, E, G. C, E, G, there we go, add. And finally, for an end of your lesson, can you play a D minor scale, separate bows, add. Well done, very, very good. Now that was a bit of a challenge here at the end, and in this way we're trying to accumulate knowledge, so we're trying not to forget what we've learned in earlier lessons in this series. So if you found that today was not your day, that's okay, because this is not your exam, yes? It's good when you flag up things that actually you think you know, but it slipped your mind a little bit, and that's absolutely fine. It will happen to a lot of people, so rest assured there is plenty of time to go back to earlier videos. If you missed the C major arpeggio, go back and find that video again, play it again, and then try this video again. See if that has made it easier. And very shortly in this series we'll have a lesson where we just pause and try and mix and match everything. So it's not the end of the world if you didn't quite manage it today. However, if you did, congratulations, you're well on your way, and we'll make it a bit more difficult in future lessons again. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Goodbye.